Hi, six pinners. Welcome to your April scopes. Okay, so what have you got going on here? You are sitting inside of a four terrain. April is the fourth month of the calendar year. All pins are in a four terrain. Your sprint cycle number that you're going to be cruising through this month is a one. How we get that number is we take your current pin, we add it to the month number. 6 plus 4 is 10. You're not done yet. You need to get down to a single digit number. 1 plus 0 is 1. The one energy cruising through a four terrain. All right. The one energy is all about creativity and having the confidence in the creative surge. It basically is taking one kind of represents, well, it does represent taking something out of nothing and creating it into form, taking raw energy and making it into matter. That's the general principle and reason that the one exists. It is the alpha to the omega, and nine is the omega, right? It's the beginning to the end. They're the bookends of these monthly cycles, and actually the bookends to everything that numerology is built off of. What do you do with this one frequency? Well, considering you're in a six pin and you're moving through an eight global year, it stands to reason that what is there, you've already created. And this month is a month where old ideas that you thought would never see the light of day again are going to come to the forefront. Also, opportunities to collaborate or work with other people are going to be the constant themes throughout this incredibly busy month for you. You are not going to see that much downtime inside April. This 1-4 coupling for you is nothing short of just busy, 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 and maintaining a routine, some form of structure in your days that gets things done. If you can, what I would suggest that you do is you think about all the pieces that are in your life that could possibly use a little freshening up, a little facelift, a little help in the department of bringing energy back into it. And as usual, I say this to all the pins, what needs to be reorged in your life. This is what is the call of the higher spiritual purpose of the four, is to have solid stability in this thing called our lives. Well, sometimes things get neglected a little bit, right? Or we just kind of take for granted, or we think that's going to keep on working that way. And this is a time that you will quickly be able to clean things up, whatever that might be. All right. And just kind of get it moving so that it's in better working order. What I have here is always, I'm a writer and a researcher. I have the written out scopes that I'm bouncing off of. I'm doing a general overview for you right now, but if you want to actually see the write-ups, I have them over where I work. I'm an intuitive counselor and a psychic advisor over at 12listen.com. The number one, the number two, the word listen.com. Find my homepage, just find my name, and you'll see my picture if I'm online, but find my name, click on it, and then right there is everything that you need to know for your monthly scopes. Okay. So yes. So before I get to just telling you, here's your focus list, and then here's this list of don't focus on this, run for the hills. I'm the general overview is so positive, and I get super excited about um, hearing about, because I usually hear from a lot of my clients. A lot of you have been you've followed me for years, or you're my clients, about what actually happens this month. Like this old idea came back. This old idea came back. And I can't believe it, but it's actually going to land. Um, the six frequency, your six pin is on the back end surge of this 9 month cycle. And so you've already garnered a lot of success across the board of your life. This is the family year for all intents and purposes, but it's also the year of the visionary. And that visionary also accepts that there's perfection in imperfection. And how this rolls into business is fascinating because something that might have not have been, perfect, a perfect fit prior, all of a sudden is. All of a sudden is, and somebody brings it to you. So just stay open to this and also be clear and present with if you think that this actually will fit into how you want to see you living your life and how you want to spend your time, but remain open to discussion and the conversations. This always sits around business, and families are a business. So for all the moms and dads out there and you're raising the babies, and I should be saying this for all the pins, that too is a business, and it includes finances, it includes demographics, it includes long-term planning, it includes delegation, everything that a business needs to be successful in order for it to run beautifully. All right. So I am super excited about that for you. All right. Now here's this one little spot. Um, there is a relationship that is probably a longer term relationship that I want you to consider really assessing. The reason why is that there needs to be some cleanup. This usually has to do with business and inside of how you're working that business. Um, there probably is fault on both sides of this equation where you've just let things slide. And now is the time to solidly assess how you want this to move forward. It's not always in business. And I'll tell you, this usually doesn't sit inside of intimate relationships. So I'm not talking about, this isn't a relationship read per se, where it's all the ooey gooey stuff and all you are is in relationship. This is a relationship where you're also doing some form of business, and it's gotten a little messy. So take a solid assessment of what you've got on your plate. Take accountability, that you two probably let some things slide. But the biggest thing, I was going to say, and then go ahead and make some decisions about how you're going to clean it up. I want you to think about if it's something that you want in your life, period, moving forward. Because if you don't, you're going to handle the drop down list a lot differently. And if you're not fully decided yet, at least get decided, get clear inside of yourself about what you want moving forward, how you want it moving forward with this individual. Okay. Yeah. And let me know. You can always find me and talk to me and reach out to me, right? Okay. So here we're moving into your to-do list. The tempo is different this month. There's different experiences, there's different events inside of the month that are going to be honestly focused on all things you. And that is something that is not common inside of a six personal year. It is going to be all about you this month and next month. And then in September, right? This is usually the family month. It's a bigger conversation. I promise you, I'll get those videos uploaded for you. So take advantage of the fact that there's less responsibility in your tribe, and there's more space and focus on you. and your aspirations and your goals. And there's going to be, because of this four energy, there's going to be solid, tangible, boots on the ground things that are going to happen that are going to support it, act as a support system so that it can move forward towards whatever this is, moving in business or moving out into the marketplace, whatever this is, something is there to support it in order for your idea to gain traction. Multiple ideas. It's not just one idea. It's just crazy. You're going to love this month. All right. So, adjustments of all kinds are also a part of this month. That means adjustments to situations, to circumstances, to people. Oftentimes what happens in a six pin is we get stuck in, we feel like a doormat. And I can't remember the last time I did this. I never stopped when I wiped my feet on a mat in at the door of a house once I stepped through to thank it for taking the mud off my shoes. I'm pausing for a reason, because the sixth pin or the sixth life path, I have a sixth expression, by the way, in my chart, can feel that way, that others take advantage of them. And this is, I don't even want you to take a second of your time to contemplate that thought, because you actually don't have time. And the time that you need to be putting in to your days is finding a space that you can create a ritual and a routine to manage how you're interacting with all these different opportunities that are coming to you. All right. And they're all about you. Promotions, ideas, expansions, something old coming back from the past that usually looks like it's coming with a person or a couple of people. Please don't contemplate how you're feeling like nobody's thanking you. You give and you give and you give, and what do you get in return? That kind of stuff. It's just there. You don't have time, and so don't go there, because it's actually not true. It's not true. Even though you give, it's still not true. That this is a perception thing about being a doormat. Your job is to fall into being a visionary. Your job is to look at the bigger picture, and at the same time recognizing that people are imperfect, but they're doing the best with what they have. And hopefully through every experience that they have with you, they're developing themselves and getting better and better and better at it. Okay, so just don't go there. Don't go there. You're going to need to have a lot of patience and practice a little bit of tolerance with the people around you and the situations around you that are going to demand an adjustment. Be kind, be compassionate, be smile, be funny, be present, and then take care of it and get through it and then get back to this. Okay? Okay. Let me see. Yep, I've got that. I would have, because this is, because of the four energy, it's always important that we take the time to look around at how things are functioning. Next month, May is a five energy, and that five energy is all about rapid change. It's about opportunities to go travel, try something new, new people. It's all the new thing. It's like when you start a new school, right? And you fall in love with that new school. It's a positive thing. And when it comes in, you want to be able to take that ride. You want to go for that ride. So this is getting prepared for that. What would that look like? That would look like just having a look around your house and seeing what you don't use anymore and repurposing it For example, I have boxes all over my house. I was just sharing this with the five pinners. It falls perfectly in their directives, but it also is tucking in here with yours as well. I would say all the pins because we're in an 8 personal year. And the 8 is about the spiritual law to the 8 is success and prosperity for all. It's not just relegated to a few. It's for everybody. So how can we move that in our own lives with some of the smaller pieces that we just don't use anymore? They've outlasted their usefulness, or they're no longer a viable part of our lives. Put a box in your office, put a box in the kitchen, put a box in the garage, put a box in your closet, anywhere where as you're moving throughout the gift of this month, that you can, while you're in that one space for, let's say, 3 minutes, I don't use those bowls anymore. I think I'm going to put it in the box, right? And then when the box, you'll be surprised at how fast those boxes fill up. You really will be surprised at how fast they fill up. Then you throw them in the back of your car, bring them to your chosen charities, and flip it around and do it again. If you feel like there's more, there's always more. There is always more. It's so funny how when we lighten the load of our lives, we're making room for more energy. We're making room for something new. And if we hold on too tight to things that we know it just doesn't fit anymore, or we're coming from a place of lack, or we're coming, that the glass is half full, then I want you to just take a second and assess. The one energy for you, the cool thing about that? One energy is in its emancipated state, sees that glass is half full, and the excitement and the anticipation, that's an energy, that's a feeling of how can I fill that up all the way to the top? How can I do that? When you couple that one energy with the 8 global year energy, you are synchronized. You are in harmony. You're in sync. So these little things that we can do to help support that synchronization is to take the steps to give things away. Give things away to people who actually could use them now. And it would serve them so, so well. It used to serve you so, so well. And now you're done. So why be looser? Be looser with the things that surround you, whatever that may be. Okay. I think it's a great exercise to do, period, in life. It keeps us mindful about what it is that we're surrounding ourselves with, and everything. Things come with energy. Things come with energy. Is that energy that is supportive of where I'm at now? And hopefully, you can recognize I'm kind of not the same person that I was yesterday. And I'm not the same person that I was 12 months ago or 5 years ago. Things that I thought were important are not so important anymore. And how I want to live my life, it doesn't include that. I'm not going to just point fingers to specific things because it's different for everyone. And that assessment is different for everyone. So in the April experience, be light. Be light about it because there's space. So use that space, use that breath time. May, it's not going to be the same thing. It's going to be incredibly different and super exciting too. Okay. All right. I'm at your to don't list. And I'm just going to quickly see what these 2 points are. Yeah. Okay. I would definitely, okay, so the first thing is personal agendas. You don't want to force those. I'm going to circle back around and talk about that. Over and going overboard on taking responsibility. All right, personal agendas and going overboard on taking on too much responsibility. So what's that all about? You know what I want you to focus on. You know what the universe is telling you through the math equation. And actually, as I record this, I think the eclipse is about ready to happen. Or, yep, somewhere. No wonder I feel, so excited and needing to calm down a little bit. Just get in my bones so I can talk to you guys. Your focus is on you. Let it be on you. Let it be on your creativity. Let it be on your ideas. Let it be on the celebration of people who are finally going, that come from your past, like, oh my God, I finally get it. Let that come forward and spend your time there in if this is just business, structure, order, systems. How do we build the infrastructure to support this? How great is that? Okay, that's fantastic. In an 8 global year, in your visionary year, what? This is building a foundation for your future. And it's a long standing future. This is an important month that you just park it right there. So I had to say that again before I say your to don'ts, because you'll see. Okay, I want you to say at the end of it, okay, Chris, I got it. I won't. I won't do that. Don't overhelp. This, yes, don't overhelp. Help as far as is needed. And then after you've taught, because the 6 is a teacher, let them figure it out for themselves. Let them, confidence comes through figuring out that you can do something yourself and you can figure it out. And it's always wonderful to have that type of a teacher that says, let me show you how to do it, and then let me get out of the way. Let me show you how to do it. You got it? You good? Okay, phone call away. But, that next phone call you really hope is, guess what? I did it. Okay, so that's one biggie because that's a time sucker. And if you think about disempowering someone by taking over and doing it for them, yeah, that's a tough one. Don't do that. Find the balance. Find the balance. Depends on the age. I mean, if these are your children, and just find that zone of age and capability, and is it time for me to step back? Because all about you month. And then the other thing here is not to force any personal agenda. So if you've got some resistance to an idea that you're trying to move forward, there's a reason for it. And it's because the terrain isn't there yet to support it. So don't force it. Don't, because it's not going to work. The antithesis to that idea sits in old ideas, ironically. So it's like a mirror to each other that are coming into your life again through other people. And the reason why they're coming back in is because the terrain is right to support it. Okay. So that's what I would, basically say, those 2 things. If you can stay away from those 2 things, you are going to do just fine. And that doormat, don't do that. Don't do that. It's not true. Yeah, there's that too. Okay, so as a reminder, go to 12listen.com if you want to look at the hard copy. There are those of us who absorb better reading and those of us who absorb better listening, right? Um, so head over there and it's on my homepage, and stay tuned for your May directives. I'll have those up probably close to, the last handful of days before rolling into next month. I really want you to focus on this month as one of your big launch months of the year that's going to bring you a tremendous amount of satisfaction, and you'll be able to see the future, which is happening right now. This is a month where you watch it happen in real time, and you will be able to see the fruits of your labor and how far they really are going to move into the future for you and across the board of your life, the betterment across the board of your life. Okay, much love, all of you. And until May directives, hang in there, go get them and go get this. And good luck. Good luck. Much love.